This is the beginning of part 2 of the video on how to install DNN in the root folder of your site hosted at Godaddy. Okay, so now we have uploaded all files to the root folder of our domain, of our site. Now we have to go back to Godaddy admin interface. So let's go there here. My account, I have to log in again because the session got expired. So I'm going back to web hosting, to my domain. I'm gonna launch the control panel, and then from here, so at this point all files are there in the FTP that we just uploaded via FTP. Now I have to make sure that DNN can access all those folders, and they have and DNN needs read and write access. So I'm gonna give read and write access to all those folders that we have just uploaded. How can we do that? By going to the file manager, FTP file manager. Let's wait for it to load. Then from here we have the full list of files and folders. So I'm going to click this checkbox. It will check everything, but we cannot change the permission of files in the root folder. So I'm just gonna uncheck. As you can see, the permission icon is disabled. I'm going to uncheck the files that are selected, and I'm going to keep only the folders selected. Okay, as you can see, all folders are selected except the root folder, because we cannot change the access of the root folder anymore. You see, if I check the root folder, even though we can check the root folder, but this permission will not apply to the root folder. I'm just going to keep it unchecked. I'm just going to select all folders within DNN, within the folders that we have uploaded. And now I'm going to click on permissions. Under permissions, we have to make sure that inherit is unchecked, and write is checked, read is checked, and reset all children to inherit is also checked. So this is the permissions that we have to set to all folders within .NETNuke. I'm going to click OK. It may take a second for the permission to be updated, as there are lots of files and folders. Okay, so it took about 2 minutes to get all the permissions done. That's more or less the time that I had to wait. Now we should be pretty much in a position that we can load our new site under its own domain directly, without the need to put /DNN. Let's give it a try. So I'm just going to open the site. I'm going to the URL. I'm going to delete the extra stuff that is there, the extra, the other parts of the URL. I'm just going to keep dnntutorial.com. I'm going to hit enter, and let's see how this will load. Let's wait a little bit. So as you can see, the site loaded just fine. Let's give it a try here. Let's try to log into the backend. And as you can see in the domain, we no longer have the /DNN. So the site is really running from the root folder of the domain, which is great, which is what we wanted originally. Now, just to go one extra step here and give it a try and see if permission is okay, let's try to install one module in this site, to see if we're going to be able to install it without a problem. By installing a module, we are basically testing if the permissions are okay for the folders. So let's give it a try here under host, module definitions. So from here, let's install a new module. Just move the mouse over the action menu, install module. I have selected just a simple module to install, just the iframe module. Click next. At this stage, when I hit next, the file will be already uploaded to the website. So At this point, I already know that everything is okay, but I'm going to the end, until the end. Click next again. Accept license. So here's the log. Everything seems normal. Let's click return. Okay, so if we have a look at the module drop down, we must see the iframe module there. So okay, so iframe was installed correctly. So again, we have the site running the root folder, which was our end goal. Now, one last thing, we need to, just for the sake of keeping things organized, we need to get rid of that /dnn folder, because right now we have a copy of the entire site there as well. So you can do that by going to your admin control panel, into the file manager, FTP file manager, and you can just check that folder, which is called DNN, and we can just eliminate it. We can just get rid of it. So we can check the folder, and at the top we can delete. So delete DNN folder. Okay, it's deleting. We don't want that garbage there. We don't want extra files sitting around. Okay, delete has been completed. And we have accomplished our objective. We have a .NETNuke running under the root folder of a site hosted with Godaddy, using the cheapest plan that can support Windows-based hosting. That was our end goal. Now, before I go, just a quick note. By doing that, by copying all the files to the root folder, eventually, if you need to upgrade the site, you may have some problems there in terms of having right access to the root folder of the site, because GoDaddy no longer allows you to change the permissions in the root folder. So again, later on down the road, if you want to do an upgrade straight onto GoDaddy, you may face an issue or so. I mean, 1 or 2 issues, but again, for the site to operate, to run, to work as it's doing now, you have a full operational site, and that's again using the root folder of your domain hosted with GoDaddy, using the cheapest plan out there. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you very much, and bye.